The minister's family now has their smiles and harmony back, but Camilla is still in the hands of the kidnappers. I decided to go back to the Justice Minister's office. Surprisingly, the minister's brow is still just as furrowed as ever, quite unlike a father who has just learned his daughter is safe. He seems to still be in the depths of despair. The atmosphere in this room is very different now. It seems to have an air of unfocused anxiety. I get the feeling something big is going to happen. I just found out that my daughter is safe. I'd like to express my gratitude. Thank you. Thank you for my daughter's sake and for mine. No need to thank us, Mr. Minister. It was nothing. What did he do?
He didn't do anything.
You actually didn't do anything, Captain Hill.
He's taking credit for shit you don't do.
Oh, I forgot there was a history. But yeah, to briefly summarize what happened, friend, have you played Ghost Trick before, Kai? I forget. But to briefly summarize, Camilla has been kidnapped because she was mistaken for Amelie, who is the Justice Minister's daughter, and the kidnappers are Beauty and Dandy from the previous time, and they were trying to get the Justice Minister to execute Jowd faster. We also learned that Jowd didn't actually kill his wife. It was Camilla's contraption to try to wish her mother a happy birthday, which is extremely tragic.
Yep, she built that cute little Rube Goldberg machine to be like, yay, happy birthday, I lit some candles and set out some party poppers. Oh no, somebody arranged it to accidentally shoot off a gun instead. Now my mother's dead.
Yeah, so like he came onto the scene and saw that the contraption had shot her mother and took the blame for it, basically. But now that Sissel's kind of shown everybody that there's the power of the dead, they're beginning to believe that there might have been other things going on that night. And so all that chaos you saw earlier was us trying to get Amelie to call the Justice Minister just so he would know that she's not kidnapped, so he would stay the execution, essentially.
Yep.
But one question. I can't help but notice your daughter is safe. And yet you still look unhappy. How about a little smile for us? Ugh. Of course, there is still the matter of the other kidnapping victim. But is that really the only thing that troubles you, Mr. Minister? Please, let me think in peace. Until the prison van arrives. I wonder if Lynn is at the park yet. Until we get a report, I guess I'll just have to wait here. This continued distress of the ministers. Is there really something more to it? Like the Inspector White said? It seems to me the Justice Minister has some kind of big problem on his mind. Why don't you try talking to him instead of me? I don't even think he's ready to acknowledge my existence yet. He's an anxious fellow, yes, but I bet he knows when to accept the truth. Would his face be so furrowed otherwise? What does one have to do with the other? He's gotta admit that ghosts exist. Hello, Justice Minister. How about you finally admit I do exist? That thank you I expressed. That was meant for you. You're a ghost, aren't you? And you have the power to control and manipulate people, don't you? No, I don't have that kind of power. I can't control you. We've actually known, you know, for quite some time, for quite a while now. But I had no idea that they were the powers of the dead, of ghosts. Known? Known about what? We knew about the existence of somebody who could control others. A manipulator. What's this? That's why your execution order caused me so much anguish, Detective Jowd. Mr. Minister, why don't you just tell us everything you know? Yes, I suppose I should. You need to hear it all. All about the huge mistake this foolish man made. We're once again having clown-to-clown communication, so Cavanella...
So much clown-to-clown communication.
So Cavanella has no idea what's going on right now. There are some cases in this country right now that are under a top-secret investigation. Of course, you wouldn't have known about them, Detective Jowd. Right, they don't share too much top-secret information with the inmates in prison. There are 3 prisoners, including you, in the special prison you just escaped from. All 3 cases have certain points in common. They do they? Tell us more. The rock singer who leaked national secrets in his lyrics during a TV broadcast. The curry-loving fellow who took the chief commissioner hostage at the Metro Police Department. Neither of these men had a motive for their crime, and both of their crimes were impossible. Impossible. The curry lover had no way of knowing how to infiltrate the commissioner's office, and the rock singer had no way of knowing the national secrets he leaked. The Special Investigation Unit submitted an investigative report to me on them. They concluded that these men's criminal acts were not of their own volition. But how could that be? The theory the unit came up with was the existence of a manipulator. A manipulator, huh? That's when the special prison was established as a facility to research that theory. Some unknown power has been at work. These past several years, Inspector Cavanella has been studying these cases. He has he? Manipulating somebody into committing a criminal act, according to the inspector. The first case of its kind was a locked room murder involving our nation's best detective. Are you trying to say I was manipulated somehow into shooting Alma? I appreciate the theory, but unfortunately, I don't recall being controlled by anybody. It's just not possible to manipulate another's behavior like that. My powers certainly don't work on living creatures. That's what I thought when I first heard the theory too. However, I was seriously mistaken, and it proved to be a big mistake. What? You mentioned a mistake. Could you tell us about it? I suppose everybody here has the right to know. Alright, fine. I'll speak out loud so that Inspector Cabanella can hear this too. No more clown-to-clown communication.
Tragic.
There's something I'd like the 2 of you to hear. It's about a mistake I made. Inspector Cabanella, when you first made that report about a manipulator, I'm afraid I didn't believe it at all. Impossible, I thought. Perfectly understandable, Mr. Minister. But I was wrong. That kind of power does exist, and I learned the truth of that firsthand. What's this? A month ago, I signed the order to carry out Detective Jowd's execution. However, that act wasn't of my own volition. I was being controlled. What?
Hello, Matt.
Hey, Matt. There's no more spoilers for you because you already finished the game. What? You never told me about this, Mr. Minister. What's going on? This document... No, I mustn't sign it. Wait, don't deliver the document. Wait, what part of Liar Liar? I'm trying to think. It's been so long since I've seen that movie. That's when it started. That's when all of my fear, despair, and suffering began. Fear, despair, and suffering. Oh, the pen scene. Yeah, okay, now I know what you're talking about. The pen is royal blue. At the time, it didn't even cross my mind that I had been manipulated, and my memory of the event was only hazy at best. So the memory of being manipulated doesn't clearly remain, eh? Signing execution orders is part of a justice minister's job. At the time, I just thought my psyche was rebelling against the task. But the next day it dawned on me. I remembered Inspector Cabanella's report on the existence of a manipulator. As a Minister of Justice, I couldn't admit what had happened to me. I only signed the execution order because I was being controlled. If something like that got out, the nation's judicial system would crumble. Besides, I had no evidence to present that it had actually been controlled. So in the end, I couldn't admit to anybody what had happened. I suppose. But it sounds like a bit of an excuse. You should have at least told us, Mr. Minister. Yes, I know. I should have. I was running away from the problem. And then my wife found out I was worried about something. Well, if you go around with an expression like that, I guess it's bound to happen. I explained it to her, and she was dead set against the way I was handling it. If you don't withdraw that order and tell everyone the truth immediately, I'm moving out! And then, with the kidnapping tonight. With it thrust under my nose like that, I could no longer deny my mistake. This manipulator comes upon us from somewhere unseen. That's why I've been keeping my distance from everybody. So that's why I've been telling people to stay back. So there's somebody else besides me with the powers of the dead. I'm fine with that. After all, I already knew about a certain desk lamp. What I'm not fine with is the fact that person can control and manipulate living creatures. That's certainly not something I can do. Apparently, different ghosts get different ghost tricks. But I had never imagined that tonight I would find out where this kind of power comes from. Where it comes from? Inspector Cabanella, this manipulator is a ghost, a departed spirit. A spirit? Oh yeah, her hair blooming. It's pretty fun.
It's really good. I do love her character design, TBH.
As a matter of fact, there's a ghost talking to us right now. What did you say? Child, don't tell me you can hear this ghost too. I'd say the only person who can't hear him is you. Spirit? Ghost? Gods in heaven. Excuse me, Mr. Minister. I suddenly have some urgent business to attend to. I recommend you think long and hard before making your final decision, sir. So there he goes. Inspector! This is Lynn. I'm at the park. We've been waiting to hear from you. Have you found the evidence? Well, the situation here is... it's kind of difficult to explain. Sissel, if you're there, come to the park immediately!
Shit's fucked again!
It looks like your help is needed, Sissel. Yeah, I guess so, huh?
I truly love how the guards are just standing there, not taking in a single goddamn thing that's happening. Like, whatever.
I know, the total stony face.
No thoughts, head empty, just watching all this clown-to-clown communication, like, whatever.
I never saw that coming. The minister was being controlled, huh? I'm truly sorry, Detective Jowd. I have no excuse to offer you. You know, maybe it was all for the best. What do you mean? If you had never been manipulated, you never would have believed the power existed. After all, you're a realist, right? It just goes to show you, you never know when even the worst things can turn out good. Detective Jowd, I don't know what to say. Alright, Sissel, you'd better go help Lynn. She's a good kid, but she's got a habit of taking on other people's problems. Yeah, I know. Let's see, she's in Temsek Park, eh? I knew, actually, right from the beginning. Knew what? That you saved my life the first time we met tonight. Oh, that. When I talked about that miserable, pathetic, short-sighted, disgraceful man, I knew I was talking about me. I hated who I had become. But you helped me appreciate the truth. Now I truly understand the wonderful support I've been getting from so many, including that of my loving family. I'm glad to hear that. I'm starting to realize what a lucky man I am, and it's all thanks to you. I wonder why the inspector in white went running out like that. But I'm more concerned about Lynn. She looked really upset. I'd better go see her fast. You say you gotta go see her fast, but what if we just noodle around in the other places? Yeah.
Why don't we just fuck around and find out?
Psst. Hey, Ray. Are you there? I guess he's gone. Don't tell me. He ceased to exist? Ray. It looks like the little girl is having sweet dreams. Meanwhile, it looks like Mama is still in the middle of a nightmare. Oh, Mr. Prime Minister, squeeze me tight enough to take my breath away. My darling lady, let us be free, spread our wings and fly. I think I'll edit those lines out once I'm back down on the ground. Being squeezed tight enough to take one's breath away is not as much fun as I thought. I guess the novelist is getting a lesson in reality. I mean, there's a difference.
There's a difference.
Oops, I went straight to that. Oh well. Here we go. Lynn calls, and I oblige. I take off towards Temsic Park, the place where clearly something big is taking place. Oh, it's time. The manipulator. The person whose very existence sheds new light on everything. Detective Jowd's crime, the execution orders, and even my own death. Could it be? Could Lynn have been manipulated into shooting me? When you act out the writing, see if it makes sense. Yeah.
Mood.
Temsic Park, the site of the little lady Camilla's abduction tonight, and the place where an important piece of evidence, the music box, was hidden. Oh boy. I wonder why our lady detective is looking so dejected. At least she isn't dead. But what did she find? Huh? What's he doing here? La la la, let me spend a moment's time with you, my love. The world will not end if the food delivery is a little late, la la la. A little late?
Someone's chicken's getting cold.
It's already ice cold. My guy. There we go. Oh my god, am I gonna launch him?
Yeet.
What just happened? I wasn't even pumping my feet. The swing swings me and I sling the chicken. The swing is swung and the chicken is slung. Everything always comes back to chicken in the end. I'm not even gonna try to figure that one out. Moving on. Oh, I got this thing spinning pretty fast. I didn't even put much effort into it. This is quite a bit of power and speed for a piece of playground equipment. I can just imagine all the poor kids who got sent flying all over the park. I've actually never encountered one of these in real life.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely not the globe variety. Those like little shitty flat merry-go-round discs that are such a hazard, absolutely, but...
Mm-hmm. Is this an Animal Crossing reference? Sorry. Oh, there you are, Cecil. From your dejected expression, I gather, you didn't find what you were looking for? Right. I can't find the music box anywhere. But I found something else instead. Something horrible. Horrible? What is it? You know, another corpse.
Corpses like a billion.
There, in the grass. You'd better see for yourself. It looks like a dead body. I nearly died when I saw it. And I suppose now that we've found it, we can't just leave it there, can we? Nope, I suppose not. It's so like you, to come looking for a music box and find a dead body instead. What can I say? I'm a detective. Meaning? Well, a detective goes over everything with a fine-tooth comb, right? So there you go. Fine-tooth comb or none, you are bound to run across it. I mean, it is pretty obvious. Anyway, go on, Sissel, get to it! Oh, what am I, your bloodhound? Oh, I don't remember what voice I gave this guy. It's been like so many chapters. Stop the park from being turned into a housing site! Protect the park, the Rock of the Gods! You there! You're talking to me, aren't you? I have some leaflets for you. Leaflets I know you'll be very interested in. I urge you to peruse it thoroughly, examine it in detail. Never mind that right now. Do you remember your name? My name? My name. What does my name matter when there are more important things to worry about? Okay. Come now and study these tracks with me, my brother. Come and learn about the Rock of the Gods with me. The night is no longer young. As a matter of fact, daybreak is approaching, but we are young. Look, I don't have time to get involved in your way of life, but I am interested in your way of death. So let's go back. Back to 4 minutes before your death. God, his movements. And so I've made up my mind. I resolve to live here in this park and defend it. Okay, and what does that have to do with this Rock of the Gods you mentioned? You still don't appear to understand. It's written quite clearly in the 4th leaflet in great detail. Excuse me, but I have to use the restroom.
Yeah.
I'm coming! Just hold on! I'll be right there!
Of course she got kidnapped as soon as the guy went to pee.
Of course. I've located the target, beauty. A girl of the right age, coming out of the right apartment building at the right time. Yes, my dear. I'll ever so gently nab her and come right back to your side. Good evening, young lady. Won't you come with me? Ah! Oh gods, what do I do? What should I do? I have to do something. What in the world? What just happened? Oh, that's Mino. Mino? Mino the mascot, the symbol of Temsic Park. I'll forget about the name of that big creepy lump of concrete. I'm talking about the way it changed direction. Did you see that? Yes, I did. We witnessed it with our own eyes. The power of the Rock of the Gods. That was the power of the gods. The power of the gods saved that little girl. And then that same power very deliberately crushed you instead. Yes, precisely. That is called the mischief of the gods. Was it the mischief of the gods? Or was it a ghost trick? But nah, it couldn't have been a ghost trick. No ghost trick could change the direction of something that heavy in midair. But wait a minute. What if there was somebody with much greater powers than me? I'm excited. Oh man, it's already starting this music. Look at that! There's another flame besides mine. Oh, so that is the flame of a god, is it? But hold on. Your spirit is a flame too, isn't it? Yeah, so? Pardon me, but are you a god? I sincerely doubt it. At the last minute, that big lump of concrete made a huge swing to one side. That was probably that flame's doing. Who could it be? I definitely believe it's either a god or somebody god-related. Maybe I'd better try talking to this person. What the? This person with much greater powers than me. It's you? Hey! Cecil! It's the
goodest boy! The goodest boy! He can do a little murder as a treat.
A little murder as a treat. A baby? Oh my, it's Missile! You look well for being dead. Did you see? Did you see what I did? I did it! I tried really hard and I did it! I saved Miss Camilla! Are you telling me I was done in by a puppy dog? Missile, what's going on? How did you get the powers of the dead? I'm glad you asked! After Miss Camilla went out and you left... Bonk! I worked like crazy to make my own path, and I did it! You learned the powers of opening a door. And then I followed Miss Camilla out into the big wide world. And then, here at this park, I found her at last. Yes, you guessed it. I barked. You bet I did. And I went running after her too.
Bork, bork, bork.
Oh. And then I guess I died. And then I was unconscious for a little while. When I came to, it was all over. Poor Miss Camilla. Crushed under that big scary lump. Oh, what have I done? I'm so sorry, little lady. Please forgive me. Miss Camilla! I had to rescue Miss Camilla. It was up to me. I cried out from the depths of my heart, and then... I can't tell you how surprised I was, but I bet you understand, right? better than probably anybody else could.
And I remembered what you did for me, how you saved me.
So, you went back, right? Back to 4 minutes before the little lady's death.
You bet I did.
You betcha I'm the goodest boy to... Good.
Now's my chance, I thought. I saw the car.
I don't know, it looks pretty far.
I stretched out my paw towards the car. Oh, how I felt at that moment. I'd love for you to be able to feel it too. Go ahead, Sissel. Go ahead and try it for yourself.
Wait. I can't believe it. How could you connect over such a great distance?
Well, they don't call me Missile for nothing.
And so you manipulated that Mino thing and threw it aside?
Right on the top of my head. Well, no, actually.
Huh?
I can't manipulate things like you can, Sissel.
You can't? Then how did you?
I didn't know what to do. Then I happened to see something at the corner of my eye. And it had a cord too. A single leaf hanging from the tree. I tried reaching out to the leaf.
What in the world? I love how this is acting as a tutorial, but also recounting what happened.
It's very good.
I can't manipulate things, but apparently I can swap them. As long as the two things have the same shape, that is.
Swap things with the same shape?
Go ahead and try it. Press swap.
That's incredible. And so that's how you saved your mistress, is it? And that's how I became caught up in this, isn't it?
I'm very sorry. My powers were too meager.
Meager?
Because you see, I saw one more. I happened to notice one more core. There was something with the exact same shape stuck in the branches of a tree.
Hey, you're right. If Mino could be swapped again with that, then disaster wouldn't have to rain down on my head. But what is that thing? It's too big to be a leaf. Oh, whatever it is, I'd much prefer it on my head than Mino. So why didn't you swap them, Missile?
I couldn't. I can stretch out my paw a little further than you can, Sissel. But this was just too far for me. I couldn't reach.
God. I must admit, it's a fascinating spectacle of a death, if I do say so myself.
I kept retrying over and over, seeing if there was anything I could do.
I bet there's something you can do now.
Huh?
If we work together, you and me.
Sissel, you think so?
I don't plan on letting anybody die in front of me tonight. Do you think you could help me?
Of course! Naturally!
So... so we're going to drop that Mino thing in a different spot. Okay, let's try it. Let's go back again to 4 minutes before. Sorry, I feel like you were about to say something.
I do not remember if I was.
I'm sorry.
No.
Alright, let's get started. 4 minutes from now, you'll swap Mino with the leaf. And then you have to swap Mino with something else. Something with the same shape. Oh, I believe that's a rugby ball. Okay, rugby ball, huh? But with the rugby ball where it is now, Missile can't reach it. So that means I have to move it closer somehow. Okay, is there a difference between a rugby ball and a football?
Not to my knowledge, but I also don't know jack about sports ball.
Yeah, neither do I.
Also, I'll be right back in a minute.
Okay. It looks like you and I will have to work together on that one, Missile.
Okay, I'm ready. Whenever you want to use my swap trick, just press ZR. That way, you can be able to control me. And then, if you press ZR...
Control will come back to me.
Okay, let's try it. Together we can stop Mino from hurting anybody.
Alright, Missile. Your powers are key this time.
Okay, I'm ready. I can swap anything that has the same shape. Just call on me if you find anything you want to try.
Probably the best thing to do is just try a bunch of things and see how it goes. And if I see something we can swap, I should use ZR. Well, would you look at that? There sure are a whole lot of round things around here.
Oh boy! That means it's time for me, right? Oh boy!
My hair is also round. Let's see, to use Missile's powers, I just tap ZR. I'll try it and see what happens. Oh man, the reach. Look at this reach. Whoa. Oh, here he comes. Oh, here you come already.
I swore to myself not to repeat my mistakes.
Mistakes?
When somebody's in trouble, you should lend them a hand. Otherwise, you'll definitely regret it. And now the recklessness of youth has taken over, giving me lightning fast speed. I've been thinking, if we could stop this man from running, maybe he wouldn't get squished.
It won't be easy to stop me once the recklessness of youth has taken over. Stop him, eh? Does that do anything?
Here comes that man, fast enough to scare even a quick little doggy like me.
Uh-oh, the rugby ball is still in the tree. Now behold the recklessness of youth. Yeah, it's that recklessness of yours that's causing us so much trouble. No one can stop the recklessness of youth. Well, if we can't stop it, then I guess we're gonna have to find a way to make it work for us.
But if he comes running too fast, we won't have time to get ready.
It looks like figuring out what to do with his recklessness is the key. I mean, is it the fact that if the tire's in there, it might go slower? Is this anything? I can't actually make it back up there. And Missile can't manipulate stuff like Sissel can. Well, let's see. Does the tire do anything? What if I... Wow, I didn't see this coming. Don't you know the first thing about the globe climber? Huh? Even little children treat it with the respect it deserves. They know that unless you spin it gently, there's no stopping it. Oh god. Yeah, it does look pretty dangerous. It looks like I'm just destined to fly through the air like this for a while. This just might buy us some time.
Maybe he'll just keep spinning around like that for a whole 4 minutes.
I'm sorry, but I don't think I would stand for it that long. But anyway, at least we stopped him from running for a while. Let's do what we can while we have this chance. He's going. Okay, now what?
Look at this funny flattened ball. It's the same shape as that horrible Mino, but it's too far to swap from here.
Even this ball is starting to look horrible to me. We have to find a way to get this ball closer to that Mino thing. Knock it down from the tree, I say. There must be something we can do. Oh my god. I cannot reach. There we go.
Oh, that was so close! If it hit the ball, I could have knocked it down.
Is that all this umbrella can be used for? For knocking the rugby ball down?
Don't forget about my powers.
And don't forget about my recklessness of youth. Oh, no, he's... Oh, there goes the ball. Wait, when he lands there, it launches the thing. Huh. Is that anything?
Sissel, did you see that? Did you see the seesaw?
Yes, it really sent that little ball flying, didn't it? Such a pity. It's too bad it didn't hit that rugby ball and knock it down.
Maybe it's a little too light to do that.
Hey, wait a minute. Maybe we should try sending up something a little heavier. The tire or the basketball? Either way, I think I'm kind of screwed here.
Sissel, help! There's nothing in reach to swap Mino with.
We're too late. Darn. Guess we'll have to start over again. And smush. Well, we managed to slow him down, and I was feeling pretty good there for a while.
Our next target is that rugby ball.
We have to move it closer to that Mino thing. There must be something around here we can use to move that rugby ball. Guess I better rewind the clock again and see if I can pick up any other clues. Okay, I actually do have to go to the bathroom really quick, so I will be right back. Let me just. Oh, it always doesn't have any music on the screen. I should put some music on the screen. That's super loud. Sorry. Why was that so loud? Goodness. Uh-oh. Are we back? Did the internet dip for a bit?
Oh no, were there shenanigans while I was gone?
I was about to go to the bathroom, and then suddenly, I think my connection dipped a bit. But also,
Heck.
the music was really loud for like a really brief second, and I felt bad. Okay, yeah, no, it was the volume. I'm so sorry. I don't know why that one YouTube video was like super loud.
Rip.
Anyway, I will be right back. I'm gonna use the restroom.
Okay. Welcome back.
Thank you. Can I apologize for the sudden loud noise?
Hugs.
I did get myself the last of the pumpkin cheesecake that we had.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Oh my god, Janet, next time you go to Trader Joe's, look for the frozen pumpkin cheesecake.
Oh, okay.
They're so good.
Oh boy.
Admittedly, always go a little feral around this time of year when Trader Joe's has all the pumpkin and stuff.
The pumpkin.
Alright, so we figured out how to slow down the park guy. But I fucked up how to get the rugby ball closer.
Whoops.
So we're trying to figure that out right now. I think because after he's finished with being on the globe, he jumps and like it onto the seesaw and it knocks up whatever's here. So I'm going to assume that it needs to be maybe the basketball. It's so heavy I can't move it very much.
Maybe because of that swap I made?
I guess a little ball is about all the weight I can handle. Okay, hang on. Missile, you're gonna need to re-swap. And then... yeah, I'm gonna need to move this. And then... Missile, now I need you to swap. Again. And then get out of the way. And then I can move over here. And shit. Oh, actually, we just gotta wait for him. Okay, we spin this really fast. And that stops him for a bit, because he's just hanging on for dear life.
Oh lord.
Okay, and then we go up here. Well, let's see if this works. Wow, I so did not see that coming. I never thought the umbrella would catch the ball. Did you see that? The tree branch, it shook a little.
I think I saw it shake too.
If only it shook a little more, it would knock that terrible rugby ball down from this terrible tree. Maybe it just needs a little more weight.
I'm sure we can do this. We just have to put our heads together.
Everything looks good so far. We just need one more step. Use the tire instead, then maybe?
Is gravity.
That's, Problem is, it doesn't reach here anymore. Okay. I think.
Might have needed to use that as a switch to begin with.
Damn. Okay.